you have reached in Grottoes, Virginia is not in service or has been changed. If you need assistance, please hang up and dial directory assistance. This is a recording. The number you have reached in Grottoes.
Operator in New York or something, but in a different city. So I started learning the operator routing codes. And then from there I found auto verify numbers. The operators want to interrupt your line. They go in on your line and you dial like 415052 and then the number. And what you can then get is and then I tap the FBI's line. And then there was another phone line too, where what I did was I called I was scanning 800 numbers because I was really interested in all the 800 numbers in Washington, D.C. I figured there had to be something in there really juicy. So I just started scanning from 800-424-0000 all the way up to 800-424-9999.
Wow.
Now that didn't mean I had to dial 10,000 digits. I only had to dial 1,000. The reason why is that 800 numbers are assigned in banks of 10 because 6-digit translation. In other words, 800-242 mapped out to 202 something something something, 6 digits. So it translates from one to the other. That meant that the 6th digit is part of the tens group of the actual 7-digit number. So I have to 800-424-93, 800-424-0010, 0020, 0030, 0040. I just skipped the Z, and then when I get a number that says, "We're sorry, the call cannot be completed as dialed. This is a recording 2021. I know that that's a tandem recording, and therefore there's no tens bank associated with that tens bank. So I skip every 10. That means I've eliminated 90% of the numbers I had to dial. So I had Washington, D.C. mapped out. I had every single 800 number in Washington, D.C. When some of them went to computers, they were all unlisted. One of them went to the Congressional Tie Line System. And another one, 800-424-9337, went to this extremely obnoxiously rude person that told me to get off the line. That one, check mark on. Okay? I said, that's an interesting one. I have to investigate that later. Okay, so what I did was, I said, okay, I'll wait it about a week. That ought to be enough time. So I decided, how am I going to find out who this number is? So I said, let's see, I know what I'll do. I'll social engineer it. So this is long before Mitnick social engineered, by the way. So this was like back in 1972 or 73, somewhere around there. So I called up the number, and I said, hi, this is White Plains 4A toll switching tandem here, and we have some translation problems on your number. What number have we reached? Sir, you've reached the White House. The White House CIA crisis hotline. Oh, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. That was it. I got off the line quick. Okay, so the next step was, good, I got an interesting number to the White House, a CIA crisis hotline. Let's investigate that a little further. Well, about that time, this was like about 74, 75. This was when Tricky Dick was having some problems with Watergate. This is when, of course, all the FBI's were doing all kinds of stuff, nasty stuff with all these different spy gadgets and stuff like that. So I said, well, they were having this auto-verify system. So in 202, so at 800 number in 202, I'd blow it off, I'd land on the trunk, and using guard band, I was able to push forward the call into another circuit, push it back, and now I came into the circuit by putting 2 circuits between me and that circuit, making it harder for me to trace. So then what I did was I did T-pulse 052, and then that number, that 424 translated number, because you had to translate the 800-424 into 202 something something something. 9337 was the last 4 digits. So then I got the regular 10-digit number. For every 800 number, there is usually a 10-digit number associated with it. But that was a long time ago. That was when they all mechanical stuff. Now it's all different. So I called the number up, I put the auto verify on, I sat there and listened on the line for a while. And call came in, and he said 9337. Another person said, Olympus, please. One moment, sir. And Olympus comes on the line, and swear to God, it was Nixon. I couldn't believe it. Yep. I said, wow. So I said, Nixon, Olympus, Nixon. Oh my God.
Did you say anything to him?
Yeah, I got off the circuit real quick, but I had to wait for them to get off the circuit, because if I got off the circuit, they'll hear a click. So I had to keep really quiet, you know what I mean? So I just put it on speaker, but I muted the microphone. So then after he got off, I quickly disconnected. I was really paranoid at that point. I wrote down 9337, Olympus, Nixon. 2 weeks later, I get invited to a phone freak party down in LA, and somebody down there debuted this new AT&T conference grid. You dial 914, keep pulse 914052 start. You get a clink, boop, and a tone, and then it just goes away. And then you do *4, you get a dial tone, just a beep, and then star area code number diamond, and the call would go through. You want to add another person, you do *5, get another line, dial a number, *4 connects them in. Dial a third number, *4 connects them in. You can add up to 10 people on a conference call used by AT&T conference grid. Only executives use that. We hacked into it, but when you use it,